Yo, Big Kish back up in here. We got a response from Joe Budden. Remember, okay, you got the Joe, they call him Joe Crack, but him and Jada Kiss got a podcast, and he was picking on Joe Budden about having a third row seat at the Knicks game. I'm talking about Fat Joe, y'all. I done forgot his name. Yeah, we got Chig Smooth bringing us the story. And before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all go purchase y'all copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset. The link will be in the description. Y'all please go support the book. And yeah, we about to get into this. Y'all know I like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
Chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, Chicks.
So listen, Chig Smooth. Hey, Chig Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Oh man, we got action, you guys. Joe has unfortunately taken the bait from the other Joe, the fatter Joe. Everybody brace yourselves. We're about to witness a masterclass in flexing and stunting 101. If you guys have never witnessed an OG from New York flex, I mean really flex, just hang tight for a minute. Now, yesterday, Fat Joe went on his podcast to tease Joe Budden over the seats he had at the Knicks game when he ran into 50. Now, let me be clear. These were not no midsection seats. These were not lower-level seats. These were literally the seats behind courtside.
The Knicks game, they got the Kardashians all front row. Like, New York got a lot of stars. They putting them up a deck now. They ain't just courtside. It's too many.
What was the most expensive ticket for the game? What, 500,000?
I don't know. It was 54,000 a seat. The game I went.
I ain't paying 54 a ticket.
Why not?
Yo, I don't care how rich I am. I don't care how many millions I got. I don't care if I was a billionaire. I'm not giving nobody no $54,000 to watch nobody play basketball, boy. No, sir.
Well, I've done it.
I could do a lot with 50 grand.
I've paid that
You
much.
can feed a lot of families. People always trying to hold the government responsible. Oh, why they don't feed? We impoverished over here. We in poverty and all the 54,000 to watch a bunch of grown men sweat. Grow up, boy.
Much, even more for boxing matches. For me, I'm not going 10th row. I gotta be front row. Cause somebody you don't like, your enemy, gonna come sit right at, we call that the Joe Budden seats. You know them second row.
I don't even got
You
a
ain't got a
hood.
hoodie? I gotta sit front row. I'll give you my experience.
See, he be saying stuff that Jada be too real. He don't even be approving of. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe, he ain't like us, man. He ain't.
All them seats?
The Joe Budden seats, them shit second row. Perfect example. Him and 50 got some shit, and I'm sitting courtside, and 50 comes
He was
sit.
right behind y'all.
Okay, but he's behind
Thanks, kid.
us. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but the man had a little something going on with 50, and why God put 50 Cent front row, and he's in like third row. Like, that would bother me if I was Joe Budden's. It happened to me before. But we just squashed
If he didn't bump in the fifth, would he had a nice experience?
You got a good seat, but the problem is you got to always expect the enemy might come front row.
Yo, what are you,
No,
what are you thinking?
trying to tell you the truth.
Now, some of you guys were confused. People said, hold up. If you're in a spot with your op, isn't it better to be sitting behind your op than in front? That way, there's no surprise attacks. There's also the other possibility that Fat Joe was trying to shame Joe Budden for not being courtside. Trust me,
Or he probably trying to get Joe Budden to talk about him like he is now to get his podcast popping. Because he just stepping on the scene in the podcast world. Joe Budden is destroying the podcast world.
I know, I'm right there with you guys. This is the kind of competition that these people have at this level of wealth. Now, I told you guys in yesterday's video, Fat Joe knows exactly what he's doing. This incident between Joe Budden and 50 happened damn near a month ago. Somebody on Fat Joe's production team told him, hey bruh, you know, if we mention Joe Budden or if we tell a Joe Budden-like story, he's probably going to respond and we're probably going to get a little bit of traction.
There you go.
Well, today on the new Joe Budden podcast, episode 826, Joe tried his best to resist, but eventually he fell for the bait. Here's what he said.
Let me be mature and show some discipline and restraint
and lead with I absolutely love Fat Joe. I have all the respect in the world for Fat Joe.
Get
Bought
him.
Flo Joe when it dropped. Jadakiss.
I knew you was going to Flo Joe.
I bought Flo Joe when it dropped.
No doubt.
Flo Joe was one of the
Let it flow, Joe. Let it flow. That was Fat Joe old joint.
first instrumentals I spit on in like 93, somewhere around there. So I got a Firewater, all that. So I have a different level of respect for not only Fat Joe, but I'm going to always support anything that Jadakiss does. For sure. Anything that Kiss does, he has my support.
Is real.
Shout
Kiss
out
is
to
real.
J1, shout out to Yonkers. For me, in my 40s, it's been really important to unlearn stupid hip-hop ideology. Like, let me start with, there's nothing to even fight about here. Let's start with, we're talking about a game where the tickets were the most expensive Knicks playoff tickets in franchise history.
Y'all argue about tickets like
The cheapest ticket
cost
in
more
that
than-
building was $600, $700, $800.
$874, Joe.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Knicks fan. Thank you.
$874.
Yeah, that particular game was a lot. So this is all just like elitist jargon.
It is.
I want to start there.
Yes. It's like 4.0 versus 4.6.
Secondly, well, yeah. Secondly, the internet is not like a real place. I would expect Fat Joe to know that. I need more than internet fodder to ever assume that there's really beef with somebody. Me and 50 have over 20 years in. I never thought that would escalate. And if I feel like that, I just need more than some internet chat.
And I believe 50, Fat Joe, and they got the understanding of the internet. Whatever's on the internet stays on the internet. These guys is 50, pushing 60. They know they ain't about to really get into nothing. 50 Cent know he ain't about to swing on nobody. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. And we all know 50 Cent is about his money. He don't want to lose no money, just like everybody else don't want to lose no money, especially when you got something to lose.
For me to feel like that, number one. Number two, if you fight in the garden, you're banned for life. You're not doing it again. And if you're tough enough to fight there during a game, then, my nigga, I don't assume any of us millionaire, multi-millionaire, nine-figure people to do that at the garden. I just don't. The lights is too bright. And we there to watch a game, which is the other brilliant concept I have, which may be hard for people to grasp, but if I'm at the Knicks game, it's just because I'm a Knicks fan. I'm not there for the vanity play. I'm not there for the celeb role. I'm not there to be seen. I'm not in the record label seats. I'm not in the Kith seats. I'm not in the comp seats. I'm in the seat that I wanted to purchase, so I bought it. It's really just that simple. I'm not with all the extra hoopla out there. I'm not out here running around moving with the leverage of my management company or trying to be buddy-buddy or friendly with rappers that I'm not really buddy-buddy or friendly with. I'm the walking embodiment of standing on my own, too. And you know that, which is why you're using my name on your newly established platform.
I said it.
Get traction because I'm the best in the biz. I recognize that.
I said that this is an old hip hop tactic. He's the man, so I'm about to try to get him to say my name so we could both be popping podcasters. You know what I'm saying? But I also believe that Joe Budden is maturing now because he just start getting his just due. He put in a lot of work, y'all. He just start touching them M's and actually standing on his own too. Like before, I seen him hustle, seen him grind. He wasn't getting his just due, man. People hating on him and stuff when he came out to pump it up and all of that. Fat Joe, on the other hand, he been getting it. Y'all. He's showing off his sneaker collection. He got all these M's and this and this and that. Joe, like, I'm too old for this. Let me enjoy my moment. Why can't Joe have his moment? Why can't Joe Budden have his moment? Let Joe have his moment, man.
That too. Lastly, I just don't know what Joe Budden seats mean, and because I have so much relationship equity with Fat Joe, I'll wait for him to tell me. I don't want to assume. On one hand, where I come from, you would want to be seated behind your enemy, if anything.
That's really
Facts.
logical.
Talk
That's the
that
part I
talk.
didn't follow a lot.
Yeah.
Talk that talk.
You wouldn't want to be seated in front of him. So if he was talking about that, I don't really get it, but that's on him. And lastly, maybe Joe Budden seats just means sitting behind somebody you make a lot more than. Until we get clarity on it, we won't really know. But be clear, reimagine how y'all mention my name in some of these conversations. I make a lot more than you niggas. So if I'm seated behind you, it's by choice, enjoying some popcorn with my baby. I say that with all the respect in the world. So much love to Fat Joe and Jadakiss. I'll continue to support their broadcast, and hopefully everyone out there will continue to do the same. But this is a non-issue, you guys. Everybody back to work. hey, if this is a non-starter. If this ever comes to be something, then we'll address it later. But Joe and I will talk. This is a non-starter. Salute to all, and go Knicks always.
Not knowing that there's 300 other rows behind, it's like you almost like disrespect those people.
But wait, dog, if I was sitting in the nosebleeds, I make more than you. Like, my seat should never come up in your conversation. If I was outside in a lawn chair watching on a fucking mobile device, my seat shouldn't come up in none of y'all conversations. That was confusing a little bit, but to each his own.
God damn, we know Fat Joe is not going to take that too kindly. So now we're about to get into a pissing competition on who has more money. So let's go ahead and pocket watch just a little bit, you guys. We all know Fat Joe had some tax issues. He actually went to prison for it, and he got out and got help from DJ Khaled. And
shout out to Chigs letting us know something new. I didn't know that. Y'all let me know if y'all knew about this.
According to Fat Joe, ever since he got out of prison, he's been balling. Right now, Fat Joe has a partnership with Boost Mobile, Bacardi Liquor, Jordan Brands, Mark Echo, Hypnotic, US Open, and a few other sponsorships. And as for Joe Budden, you guys all know Patreon is a huge moneymaker for him. And don't forget about Prize Picks as well. He's also got his YouTube channel that makes close to 6 figures every single month. I'm sure I'm probably missing a few other partnerships, but if I had to judge it, I'd say these guys are probably even, or maybe Fat Joe makes a little bit more than Joe each year. I fully expect Fat Joe.
I don't want all them deals like that. That's crazy. That mean like I don't want nobody chaperoning me like, hey, where you at? You didn't drop it. I want to be able to relax when I want to relax. I'm telling you, it ain't worth it, bro. You know he want to take a nap. You know he look like he want to take a nap. Come on, man.
Joe to respond to Joe flexing everything he has. He might even bring in his 2024 tax returns on the next podcast episode.
Like, this was my moment of the old school rapper. And when I did that to him, I felt like this was it. You know, God gives you karma, what goes around comes around. I said, yo, man, that shit fly as shit hell. But you see this? This is 1.4 million in 2020. 1.4 million on my wrist in 2020. You see that shit? You haven't seen that before me. You haven't seen this shit. Yo, Brown. They prepared me for that moment.
You prepared me.
You guys get in the comments below.
They said another flexer is Dame Dash. They say, you see this? Yeah, this is this much. This is this much. It's a lot of people like that. I don't care for it. You know what I'm saying? I like to keep my money secret, man. I don't want you to know how much nothing costs, nothing. That's how people get knocked upside their head. But y'all let me know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this Joe Buttons and Fat Joe debacle, man. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Shout out to Chick Smooth. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.